So, hello guys, hello everyone. So, I just came across this article on Medium, which I thought was quite interesting actually. Um, so as you can see in the title, you know, how I learned React, the easiest way using AI. Now, you know, don't get fooled by the title. Easiest using AI. Let's read the article first. All right. So I hope you guys can hear me, by the way. Um, so let's start with the article. So he says, so here's the deal. I just finished learning React. Well, finished is a strong word. So let's be honest. You never actually finish learning React or anything in tech. That is true. Yeah, you never really finish learning anything in tech. There's always more to learn. It's more like you unlock a new level, struggle for a while, then realize there is another 10 levels ahead of you. But anyway, I got through the basics. I know how React works. I know what state is. I know what props are. And I can look at a component and not feel like it's written in alien language anymore. That alone feels like a win. What makes my journey weird is that I didn't really follow a normal tutorial route. I didn't binge a whole 50-hour course or read the official logs from the start to finish. Instead, I used AI as my teacher. Yep, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever tool I could get my hands on. It wasn't the smoothest journey, but it was mine. And if you're someone who's starting with React, maybe this messy story helps you too. How I structured my roadmap with AI. My first thing I realized when I wanted to learn React was I have no clue where to start. Everyone online screams different things. The standard stuff. Yeah, just read take the ultimate React ebook guide, follow this crash course, build 10 projects in 10 days. Ah, don't even touch React until you know Vanilla JS. I don't even know if like people actually believe that still, but anyway. All of that just gave me decision paralysis. So instead I asked AI to make me a roadmap. I literally type things like which topics should I learn before starting React? What React topic should I cover in order to be considered an average React developer? Hmm, I think Bro needs to set higher standards. Anyway, I think that's good for a start. Give me a step-by-step roadmap with topics including a mini project. AI structured my learning. It told me get comfortable with JavaScript fundamentals. Oh, oh my God. I think this is the most important part of the whole article. I think a lot of people still are behind here. So, you know, yeah, you need to get strong at this area, guys. I thought I was good, but I wasn't. Learn about functions, arrays, objects, and especially the map method. Is this is one shows up everywhere in React. Yeah, map method does show up almost everywhere in React. Understand how import and export work in ES6. Start with React basics, components, JSX props and state, move to hooks, use state, use effect. Try building small apps. That roadmap was my North Star. Did I follow it perfectly? Nope. But it gave me direction, and that's what I needed the most. What I actually learned. Let me break down what I know right now. Not mastered, just know enough not to panic. Components and JSX. At first, JSX felt cursed. Like, why are we writing HTML inside JavaScript? Who allowed this? But eventually I got it. JSX is just a prettier way to write React.create element. Uh, oh my gosh. All right. Components are like Lego blocks. You build little bricks and snap them together into a bigger app. Props. Props equal to properties. Basically, arguments you pass into a component. Like how functions take parameters, components take props. Yep. Example, as you can see here. So inside this, there is a prop. Um, Now greeting name Noora will render hello Noora. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's supposed to do. All right. Name equal to Noora, then it will end up with hello Noora. Easy. Yeah. State. State is where React gets spicy. Props are inputs, but state is like the component's memory. When I finally understood use state, I felt like I leveled up. Yeah, this is the use state syntax. Boom. Now you can click a button and make numbers go brr. Fetching data, my struggle. This was my nightmare. I knew what fetch does. I knew it grabs data from an API, but I kept messing up with use effect. Sometimes the API would call forever. Sometimes nothing would load. Sometimes my console was just full of errors screaming at me. Eventually I learned put fetch inside use effect. Put fetch inside use effect. Yeah. Add dependency if you want it to run only once. Don't forget async await, handle errors. And finally I was like, okay, this makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense. Hooks. Right now I only really use state and use effect. I've seen others like use context, use ref, and use reducer, but they still scare me. That's future me's problem. The boring projects I avoided. Everyone says build projects. Yeah, almost everyone says that. But then they hand you the most boring ideas. To-do list app, digital clock, dark mode toggle, profile. Oh my god, dark mode toggle. How many times have we done that, bro? Dark mode toggle. Every single application, like you need to have a dark mode toggle. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the default profile card. And honestly, I didn't want to, not because they're useless, but because they felt too small. Like I get that they teach you the fundamentals, but I wanted something cooler. The problem is I had no ideas. Zero, nothing. My brain was like a blank whiteboard. That's when I realized I need to start keeping a notebook or a digital note app just for project ideas. Because ideas disappear as fast as they come. You think of something at midnight and by morning, gone. I've experienced this a lot of times. This is so true. Yeah. This is very true. Lesson learned. Random detour haiku. What is this? Does anybody know what haiku is? I have no idea. Let me just search that up. Haiku? What is that? Volleyball? What does that even mean? Volleyball. Random detour volleyball. What? Anyway, right now, as I write this, I'm watching haiku. I think he's watching volleyball. Okay. If you don't know, it's an anime about volleyball. Okay, it's an anime about volleyball, but it's really about growth, teamwork, and chasing big dreams. And honestly, it kind of reminds me of coding. You mess up, you lose, you try again, you slowly get better. And sometimes you need teammates or AI in my case to push you forward. Also, yes, I recommend it. Watch it. Uh, yeah, if you want, you can watch that. What's next for me? Here's where I am right now. Here's where I am at now. I know React basics. Yeah, those are the basics. I fought with fetching data and survived. I avoided boring projects, but now I regret not building more. I need to keep track of ideas better. My next step, build 2, 3 projects that actually feel exciting. Not just a to-do list. Something that makes me want to keep coding. Right now, I don't know what those projects will be, but I'll figure it out. Maybe a blog, maybe a game, maybe something dumb but fun. That important thing is to build. The important thing is to build. Yeah, you have to just keep building. For anyone starting React, if you're just starting with React and reading this, here's my unprofessional advice. Don't freak out about not mastering it immediately. Nobody does. Use AI like I did. It's not cheating, it's like having a super patient tutor. Try to actually type code instead of just watching tutorials. Yeah, this is highly recommended. Keep a notebook, seriously. Ideas vanish faster than you think. Don't pressure yourself to make perfect projects. Make messy ones. And if you ever get stuck, ask me. I'll try to help or at least tell what worked for me. Learning React felt like joining a new sports team. Maybe that's why I bought up Shoyo Hinata. I have no idea. At first, you're clumsy, you drop the ball 100 times, you trip over your own feet, but then one day something clicks. You pass the ball right, you land the serve. For those who don't know, Shoyo Hinata is an anime character from Haikyuu. You can tell he's an anime fan. Anyway, his story perfectly captures the struggle and determination for things you can't give up on. I highly recommend. He recommended it 2 times. Anyway, uh, I'm not a React master, not even close, but I'm in the game now, and that's what matters. If you want, I can actually create a structured ebook for you so you don't get stuck right from the beginning. So here's more to projects. Here's to more projects, struggles, more struggles, and hopefully fewer fetchers. And if you're on the same journey, good luck. Let's figure this out together. All right. Shout out this guy. All right. Was a good article. It's quite good. Uh, yeah. I've left the link to the article in the description, so you can check this out if you want to read it by yourself. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, have you already started to learn React? Or if you have already started, at what stage are you in? Let me know. and like the video, share and subscribe to your friends if you enjoyed watching. So see you in the next one. Until then, bye.